A sports leader is a military leader, from the sideline to the flight line. Let me say that again. A military leader is a sports leader. Now, before we start treating me like the Dallas Maverick franchise, hear me out. Let me set the tone real quick. Think about it. It's the fourth quarter, game on the line. The quarterback goes to the huddle, calls a play, come out. Easy, easy, easy. Call audible right then and there. Think miles away. A flight's carrying out a mission. The lead gives a head nod, and the troops follow through. Why is that? It's because leadership is felt, not forced. What makes a truly great leader? Is it their voice? Is it their vision? The values? Today, I want to show you how leaders in two of the most demanding arenas, sports and the military, share the same foundation, supported by core principles we studied all semester. Now, what defines a standout leader? In sports, great leaders are the ones who put in hours before the lights come on, but they also create the playbooks and adapt when need be. Have you heard of end game adjustments? Big game adjustments, some quarterly. It happens all the time. How can you make a plan and pivot if you need? That stays true for sure in the military. When it comes to strategic visions, sometimes it just don't work. How do you adapt when all eyes are looking at you and you adapt and respond accordingly for whatever way? That right there brings respect, trust even. And Nazarene Rudy quote, flexibility is a leadership and a hallmark in a rapidly shifting environment. And how do you adjust that? How do you work around, culture? Team builds are from culture, and commanders leaders second. Exceptional sports leaders focus on the culture before the strategy. They build teams, not just plays. The culture is what sets the tone for everything. It's the glue. Things the Detroit Lions and their grit mentality, or the Patriot way, or let's even use the Bad Boy Pistons. Love or hate all these teams, but they have one thing in common. They was together. And the military, call it camaraderie. We're all one, fight as one. We got the same, never leave an errand behind. That stays true. Especially when that leader, that military leader come up to you and ask about your family and get very personable. And with Anderson et al. 2017, quote, leadership is about fostering group dynamics and shared accountability. Shared accountability. When they feel they are one and share as one, there's nothing that can stop that. And that helps when that culture is built with a strong foundation, because when high stakes situations come, such as a draft, how do you handle that? You handle that with the group. You have a bunch of individuals that give their opinion that helps out to have one single decision to be made. Years of work dwindle down to 10 minutes of a draft clock. That one decision could change your future for years to come. It could set you back, it could set you forward. If your player is not there, how do you pivot? Do you trade down or just choose the next? Over here, you have a conference room and a meeting going on. Happens very often. There's a plan in store, but they don't have the factors for it, such as manning. They don't have the resources when it comes to finances. So how did they pivot? But they need a cut. All the eyes are on them because that decision need to be made right then and there. Now let's do a more one-for-one comparison. Let's talk about what if the star player gets hurt? Or even worse, what if they get in trouble? That's crisis and conflict, is it not? You don't think a commander of a base had to deal with troubled airmen or situations where somebody gets hurt on the job? It's pretty consistent. And with Roberts 2018, courageous decision making defines authentic leadership under pressure. With the next thing about pressure, or so to speak, standing on business is what I like to call it. And that's where the respected athletes and leads by action, not by status. The same holds true in the military. Leading from the front isn't a metaphor, it's a standard. Their actions set the tone, their presence earns the loyalty and respect. Dan Campbell said it best. We don't live off reputation, we live off work. When you're an undrafted free agent or just working on your second contract in general, and that's the coach you have to follow, to put your trust into, for them to put you in the right situation to succeed, your livelihood, your family that you have to look forward to. Now, commanders have to do the same thing. How do you ask somebody to lay down their life potentially? How do you motivate that? That your decision is the best one for them to follow through no matter what. They trust in you with their lives and literally your hands. Both are true. The lives are both in their hands, a coach and a commander and a GM. That's right there. How do you motivate that? It's real leadership. And that's not real leadership. I don't know what is, because truth be told, leadership is less about giving orders. It's more about creating belief. Whether you're on the field or the front lines, the best leaders lift others by how they act, decide, and connect. Whether you're an NFL general manager or commanders to a coach to a non-commissioned officer, no matter the rank or position, nothing can take away from leaders. I leave this quote. Major General Maxwell D. Taylor once stated, "The badge of rank is not a mark of privilege, but a symbol of service." Look at the leaders that you admire, people in sports, in the military, or even your own life. What do they do differently? Take those traits, live them. Because real leadership transcends all. Thank you.